Inventions. 1. Creating something new that did not exist before. 2. New solutions to existing problems. 3. Result of human creativity and curiosity. 4. Successful inventions, demand-driven. Inventions. 1. Few inventions. Breakthrough, pioneering inventions. New industries. New business. New markets. 1. Most inventions, incremental development of technology. Improved quality. Better performance. Higher productivity. More customer satisfaction. Reduced cost. Innovation in the IP system. 1. 19th century, protection and promotion for inventors entrepreneurs. 2. 20th century, protection of corporate interests, anonymous inventors. 3. 21st century, increased awareness will result in new empowerment of creative individuals and entrepreneurs. Creativity and innovation. What is creativity? Creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship. 1. Creativity is the process of generating unique and useful ideas. 2. Innovation will take place when there is a creative idea generation. 3. Innovation is about taking the creative/unique new idea and turning it into something of value. 4. Innovation requires discipline and action to evaluate the ideas, test them, modify them and then apply them. It is through their discipline and actions that turn an idea into something of value. Phases of creative process. Phase 1, background or knowledge accumulation. Involves seeking and gathering of information through observations, readings, conversations with others, attending seminars, meetings, and workshops, etc. Phase 2, the incubation process. Entrepreneurs deliberately allows creativity to spur by breaking away from the problem and let the subconscious mind work on it. Phase 3, the idea experience. Discovery of the idea or solutions to the problems, eureka factor. Phase 4, evaluation and implementation. Evaluation and implementation of workable ideas requires high level of persistency and patience. Entrepreneurs do not easily give up when they face obstacles. Components of creativity. A. Creative thinking skills. The use of creative intelligence to approach problems and find solutions. B. Knowledge. 4 styles of creative intelligence. Intuitive, innovative, imaginative, inspirational. C. Motivation. Extrinsic, intrinsic. Common creativity techniques. A. Brainstorming, Alex F. Osborne. B. Scampare, Michael Michako. C. Lateral thinking, Edward de Bono. D. Mind mapping, Tony Buzan. E. Problem reversal, Charles Thompson. F. Attribute listing. Brainstorming, Alex F. Osborne. Organize the group of ideally 4 to 8 students, per group. Choose the topic, problem, and write it on a whiteboard. Lecturer must make sure that everyone understands the problem or issue. Remember the rules. I do not criticize. All ideas are welcome and valid. 2. Do not limit the number of ideas. The aim of brainstorming is to get large number of ideas. 3. Do not filter/censor any ideas. Keep the brainstorming session flowing. 4. Listen to other ideas and use it to generate other ideas. V. Do not discuss or question as it could stop the flow of ideas. The lecturer can conduct the session either in an unstructured way, any group can give ideas at any time, or structure, going round the group for ideas. The lecturer must be around to enforce the rules and write down all the ideas. Lecturer should clarify and conclude the session. Lecturer should get a consensus of the best ideas produced from the session, at least 2. Scampare, Michael Michako. A checklist that could assist students to imagine various changes they can make to an existing products/things to create a new one. Scampare stands for S. Substitute, components, materials, people. C. Combine, mix, combine with other assemblies or services, integrate. A. Adapt, alter, change function, use part of another element. M. Magnify, make it enormous, longer, higher, overstated, added features. M. Modify, increase or reduce in scale, change shape, modify attributes, e.g. color. P. Put to another use. E. Eliminate, remove elements, simplify, reduce to core functionality. R. Rearrange, change the order, interchange components, change the speed or other pattern. R. Reverse, turn inside out or upside down. Students can use these changes as starting points for lateral thinking. See lateral thinking. Edward de Bono. Lateral thinking seeking to solve problems by unorthodox or apparently illogical methods, concise Oxford Dictionary. Lateral thinking, moving sideways when working on a problem to try different perceptions, different concepts, and different points of entry, get us out of the usual line of thought. Lateral thinking can be used in two approaches. Specific, a set of systematic techniques used for changing concepts and perceptions, and generating new ones. General, exploring multiple possibilities and approaches instead of pursuing a single approach. Mind mapping, Tony Buzan. Also called spider diagrams, which represents ideas, notes, information, etc. in far-reaching tree diagrams. To draw a mind map, put down a large sheet of paper and write a short heading for the subject/theme in the center of the page. For each major subtopic, start a new major branch from the central subject/theme and label it. Each subtopic creates a subordinate branch to the appropriate main branch. Carry on in this way for ever finer sub-branches. It may be appropriate to put an item in more than one place, cross-link it to several other items, or show relationships between items on different branches. This can be done through color coding, type of writing, etc. Problem reversal, Charles Thompson. The method. A. Create negative statements. For example, in dealing with customer service issues, ask students to generate a list of all the ways to make customer service bad. B. Doing what everybody else doesn't. For example, food delivery using Mangkok Tingkat or selling women accessories using vending machine. C. Make a list of pairs of opposing actions which can be applied to the problem. Make students ask themselves what if I, and plug in each one of the opposites. A small sample. I stretch it/shrink it. 2. Freeze it/melt it. 3. Personalize it/depersonalize it. D. Change the direction or location of your perspective. E. Flip-flop the results. For example, if we want to increase sales, think about decreasing them. What would you have to do? F. Turn defeat into victory or victory into defeat. For example, if something turns out bad, think about the positive aspects of the situation. If I lost all of the files off this computer, what good would come out of it? Maybe I would spend more time with my family. Who knows? Attribute listing. Steps. 1. Identify the product or process you are dissatisfied with or wish to improve. 2. List its attributes. For a simple physical object like a pen, this might include material, shape, target market, colors, textures, etc. 3. Choose, say, 7 to 8 of these attributes that seem particularly interesting or important. 4. Identify alternative ways to achieve each attribute, e.g. different shapes, cylindrical, cubic, multifaceted, either by conventional inquiry, or via any idea-generating technique. 5. Combine one or more of these alternative ways of achieving the required attributes, and see if you can come up with a new approach to the product or process you were working on. Types of innovation. There are 3 types of innovation. A. Technological innovation. B. Operational innovation. C. Organizational innovation. Technological innovation. These are breakthrough inventions that have wide-reaching impact and influence which benefit society and business. Major breakthroughs can be radical and disruptive for people, society, businesses, and countries or the whole world. Example, the Internet. They can change the way people live their lives, the way companies do business, and the way countries govern and behave. Example of major technological breakthroughs are the wheel, the printing press, steam power, electricity. Smaller technological inventions have less impact but still have significant benefit to certain users. Example of small technological inventions are the paper cup, the ballpoint pen, the electric toothbrush, the electric razor, hair dryers, the garden hose. Operational innovation. One operational innovation is smaller, more process-oriented innovation. 2 tends to be incremental in nature. 3 doesn't necessarily change products or services or how they are used, and most of it goes unnoticed by the public, but often it is the means to improved products and lower operating costs. 4 This type of innovation happens by the very act of people doing their work. What if we try doing it this way instead? 5 Have much smaller impact, per invention, compared with breakthrough technological innovation, but cumulatively their effect can be enormous. Their effect builds and grows over time. Operational innovation includes 1. New systems or refinements to existing ones. For example, internal systems and methods for many aspects of work such as staff administration, purchasing, distribution and sales. 2. Small improvements in operations or processes. For example, changes to make equipment run more effectively. 3. Minor improvements or developments that will enhance it to a technological product. 4. Innovative new business practices. For example, new ways for thinking strategically. Organizational innovation. 1. Organizational innovation is where a company or organization itself is innovative. 2. In an innovative company or organization, everyone knows his or her specific role in innovation. 3. It can be purposely built through putting organizational culture as the operational style or mode to get things done. 4. Innovative companies don't just produce innovative goods and services. They use innovative methods in everything they do. Common characteristics of creative entrepreneurs. 1. Sensitive to problems. 2. Broad perspectives. 3. Flexible and adaptable. 4. Original thinker and stick to own opinion. 5. Risk taker. 6. Motivated and dedicated. 7. Curious. The IP chain of activities. Creation, innovation, commercialization, protection, enforcement, intellectual property, copyright, industrial property. A. Trademarks. B. Patent. C. Industrial designs. D. Confidential information. E. Geographical indications. IP as intangible property. Tangible property. Land, houses, estates, car. Intangible property. Intellectual property. Intangible wealth, easily appropriated and reproduced once created. The marginal cost of reproduction is negligible. The role of IP as intangible property. 1. Economic rights of creators. 2. Commercial exploitation of owner of IP. 3. Capital expenditure. 4. Transfer of technology. 5. Cultural development. Why IP protection is given. Capital expenditure for new products. R&D. Marketing and advertisement. No freeloaders. Maintaining loyal followers. Profit. IP as a property. Can be sold. Can be bought. Can be lease or rent. Can pass under a will. Can be assigned. The laws for intellectual property protection. Copyright Act 1987. Trademarks Act 1976. Patent Act 1983. Industrial Design Act 1996. Geographical Indications Act 2000. Law of tort. Passing off. Confidential information. Protection for copyright. Protection given by law for a term of years to the composer, author etc., to make copies of their work. Work include literary, artistic, musical films, sound recordings, broadcasts. Commercial and moral rights. No registration provision. Protection for trademarks. Commercial exploitation of a product. To identify the product, giving it a name. Mark includes a device, brand, heading, label, ticket, name, signature word, letter, numeral or any combination. Does not include sound or smell. Trademarks, can't. Can either be registered or not registered. Advantages of registered trademarks. Application can be made for goods and services. Perform certain functions such as indication of quality, identifying a trade connection. Choosing the correct mark. Compare the trademark dove to using the mark crows. Would the frog restaurant be acceptable? Would marksman and weekend sex be acceptable? Protection for a patent. Basic idea of granting a patent. The applicant applied to the government for the right of patent, and in return for the monopoly given he must disclose everything about the invention in the patent document, the description. Duration 20 years. Patent, can't. Patent for invention. Patent can be applied for a product or a process. Patentable invention must be new, involves an inventive step and industrially applicable. Priority date first to file.